Man, this is definitely the bad side of town. There you go. Everybody likes to see the bad side of town because you guys are sick. And pretty much it's homeless people and sketchy, and it's just, every town has a bad side. God, here I am trying to make a city look good. Then we turn down one street and everything's ruined. You just can't have anything nice anymore. No, this wasn't that bad. Overall, this is tame compared to the things I saw in New Mexico that month, I tell ya. All right, everybody. New Mexico welcomes you. Welcome to New Mexico. Now, I've only been through this state one time. I never really stopped. So this is going to be a first for me. And we're really excited. It's a beautiful middle of February day here in New Mexico. It's about 50 degrees. Beautiful sun. And we're going to go all over this state. Now, some people say that Las Cruces is a bad, bad place. And a lot of people say it's wonderful here. It's great. It's the best place to live in New Mexico. So who's right? We're going to get to the bottom of that. You know we will. Anyway, here we go. The New Mexico tour and adventure continues right now. Right now. Sunrise in Las Cruces, New Mexico. What a place for a dispatch. Lots of people on the internet say Las Cruces is ugly. It's brown and blah and hot and dusty. Well, I don't think those people get up early then. Look at that view. Man, I bet that never gets old around here. So Las Cruces is the second biggest city in New Mexico, but that ain't saying much. There's now way more than 100,000 people here. It's one of the fastest growing cities in the Southwest. And from what I hear, all the old timers here, they've had enough of all the new people coming in from California and New York to retire. We're full, damn it. This place used to be better before you guys came. Retirees come here in big numbers. It's also a college town. I'll get to that later. If you're a rocket engineer, you'll thrive here. If you have a geography major, you won't. This isn't a place to move up the career ladder. There just aren't those kind of jobs in Las Cruces. Most people come for the warm and the affordability. It's really a unique place. This little desert town surrounded by agriculture. It kind of feels like Mexico. There's a whole history of Wild West stuff and missile launching. So it's got a macho past and a bright future. So some people consider Las Cruces a bad place because there aren't a lot of good jobs, there's really not a lot of fun things to do, and crime is bad. People say, it's hot, it's boring. Well, boring isn't always bad, is it? Sure, the college kids, they're not going to stick around, but the old-timers love it here. They love it so much. It's been called one of the best places to retire. So we're going to spend 2 days here, and we're going to see what the supposedly best place to live in New Mexico looks like right now. Downtown. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, okay. This was all part of Mexico up until 1848 when they signed the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, that treaty. And that made this not part of Mexico anymore. The area really hasn't grown much since until about the 1960s when they put in missile bases nearby where they launched missiles. And then the area really started to take off. And there's a lot of government jobs because of that. Downtown's very nice. It's very, very lovely. Hardly any bums, hardly any trash. They also do NASA research here. New Mexico has a lot of national defense and space exploration stuff going on. All kinds of top-level research. Like Virgin Galactic, they launch all these private trips to space just an hour north of here in Truth or Consequences. It's because, look around, there's just so much open land here. You can blow a lot of stuff up. And look at those skies. It's a perfect place to study space and launch things. I was going to wait until later in the video to show you this part, but I can't. This is the fancy part of town, and I was real proud of this. We zipped up here to the edge of town right at sunset to get these images. What the heck, right? Giant Pueblo revival monstrosities. I've never seen anything like this before. And this all might look like a lot, but it's all under a mill. I know.
Hey guys, my name's Levi Nolasco. I'm a realtor here in sunny Las Cruces, New Mexico.
It is sunny today. It's about 65 degrees. Is this typical weather for February?
Yes.
February? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
How much do you think something like this is?
That's probably maybe 900,000. Yeah, probably about 900,000. And yeah, reactions are like, oh my God, like I can live there for some people.
Yeah.
I consider Las Cruces, I call it Baja, New Mexico. We're just kind of far removed from Santa Fe and all the politics and everything up top or up north. And it's really, like live and let live. Like we don't have, like neighbors aren't arguing with each other, and it's not just, it's just all about relationships.
There you go, that's the capitalism right there. America.
Well, take your helmet off so we can understand you, Mappy.
I said that's some capitalism right there. Good for these people. They earned it.
Well, that's not very nice. We need new homes, but these aren't affordable. Regular people can't afford all this stuff. What about the millennials and the bums?
Who gives a shit about them? This is America. If you got the dough, let them all know.
Did you make that up? That's pretty good. Man, this is definitely the bad side of town. There you go. Everybody likes to see the bad side of town because you guys are sick. And pretty much it's homeless people and sketchy, and it's just, every town has a bad side. And here's Las Cruces' bad side. On the western side of Las Cruces. Lots of people doing naughty things I've seen. Okay, so back to the bad area. I made you wait a little bit. See what I did? Well, we didn't get too deep into the LC hood, because this is supposed to be a look at, wow, this place is great, right? But I can say an entire section of the north end is filled with rundown hotels, bums, addicts, junkies, graffiti. It's pretty bad. Very shady, very sketchy. I know. Look at that. Oh, man. This is the... This is the side of Las Cruces that you hear about. But overall, this is just one little part of town. It's really not that bad at all. You got to kind of look for it. This is old Las Cruces. All right. So we did find a little bit of homeless stuff. This is pretty much the only spot in town. Can you slow down just a little bit?
I have something behind me.
Okay. This is pretty much the only spot in town. It's just one little stretch here. There's probably 10 tents, but I think that's pretty much all we found. So good for you, Las Cruces. You just have one little tent city. It's not too bad at all. If you look at the stats, it's pretty dangerous here. Less dangerous than most of New Mexico, but above average for the U.S. Now, we didn't get any of that vibe, but we also didn't spend a lot of time in the hood. I can say that when we were here, we didn't see any of this downtown. I think this is part of the reason that 20% of the internet says Las Cruces is terrible. What's the Las Cruces bad reputation stemming from?
From what I know, and of course I'm not in law enforcement, and I always recommend people to call the Doña Ana sheriff to get a crime report on their selected zip code. Mm-hmm. But from what I hear, theft is up. There's been a couple stabbings recently that's like very shocking. A police officer actually got stabbed and killed a couple months ago. And I just think we're getting, like, we never used to have anybody on the corner asking for money. Mm-hmm. And that has changed in the last 3 years, like dramatically. They're still not allowed in most of the areas we're going to. It's mainly in the city. But I think we just have a lot of that population coming in. And yeah,
they're moving from California, or just drifters that are moving in?
Yeah, I asked a police officer, and he told me that he's like, basically the word got out to California, to Colorado, and to these other places that we have good weather, and then it just kind of
you can sleep outside all year.
Right.
Man, this place is naughty for Mexican food. My God, you have no idea how many places there are in this state to get weed. I don't know how they can all stay open. I'm going to show you a lot more of that in other dispatches from this strange land. Another dispensary. God. Las Cruces is pretty spread out. We drove around looking for somewhere interesting that wasn't in downtown. But it's all pretty basic outside of the main drag.
Honestly, Las Cruces just being such a small, tight-knit community, it really makes it nice as far as the community aspect. There's a lot of really great people here that are pushing community and bringing that back. You know, getting involvements, cleaning up the streets. The city does a good job about taking care of our streets. If you drive around, you'll notice there's not very much trash.
Yeah, the city's growing. We're getting more and more businesses in town, and yeah, it's just a great place to be.
Why are people moving here? Because I hear this is like a popular place. Is it one of the fastest growing places in the area?
One of the fastest growing in New Mexico. We have an average growth rate of 3.5% year over year in terms of population, and yeah, people are coming here. I think it's really easy to live in Las Cruces. And I compare this to living in cities. I lived in Seattle and I lived in Los Angeles for a while. And you know, just to leave your front door in those cities, it's just stress. And here, you can live an easy life. The quality of life is high. The pace of life is very slow, which is nice. Some people don't like that, but that's okay. But yeah, it's just a very easy place to live. And we have this saying in Las Cruces, and it's statewide in New Mexico. It's called the mañana attitude. So what that means is, why do something today when you can put it off until tomorrow? So that's kind of like our philosophy. It's a very, relationship-centered state and city.
And this downtown is super clean. I had not ever been here before until about 2 hours ago, but it's just nice. You don't have, some of the stuff. I know it's a small city, but it's just well kept.
Yes. Yeah, we don't have a lot of graffiti, as you'll notice. We don't have a lot of trash.
No.
Our city is very clean, and we take, great pride in that.
Look at this architecture here. Is this the style that you'll find? I mean, some of these are, what is that called? That Adobe looking stuff?
I call it Pueblo Revival.
Pueblo Revival,
Yeah,
okay.
or contemporary Pueblo. So it's, you know, that Santa Fe style, but with a newer touch on things. And then I would call something like, let's see, something like this, like a traditional New Mexican house.
Okay.
And then we have Spanish with the Spanish tile.
What are we looking at cost-wise on this?
Cost-wise, I'd say around probably starting at $400,000 up to.
What?
Yeah, and like killer homes. I mean, you have a backyard patio that faces the Oregon Mountains.
Oh my God.
Right, and the sunrise, and so yeah, you just have incredible views, and it's about 400,000 up to maybe 500,000 or 600,000. There's a few
What?
outliers.
Oh my, I'm blown away. You know, you're from LA, California, or you lived there at a certain point. You lived in LA for a while. This is all $2 million.
Oh yeah,
like 2 point something up in the hillsides and some fancy, right? I mean, am I off on that?
Not at all. So I actually started real estate in Beverly Hills, and the price per square foot when I left was 2018. The price per square foot was $1,200 a square foot, and we're at 178 on average.
These homes.
These homes.
Are they flat? I mean, is it hard to get in here because that is a steal, or is it like it's New Mexico? It's not like everyone's flocking here. I don't know.
Sure, that's a good question. It's pretty easy. I would say if somebody wants to live in Sonoma Ranch, we will get them a house in Sonoma Ranch.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, and people, I mean, it's just, it speaks for itself, really.
Are these mostly older folks, or is this families? What kind of folks are moving in here?
The makeup's going to be mostly retirees in my experience, and that's kind of the majority of my clients.
Yeah.
And also, my generation is starting to come back to Las Cruces. So you have like working professionals and retirees. And yeah, that's pretty much the makeup. So it's like this. You don't see, you know, it's not loud or anything. This is how it is all day. Yeah, I think for most Americans, this is like one of the last holdouts of affordable housing. But I should include, like this one's probably like 600,000. But I should include that for native New Mexicans that grew up in Las Cruces, they're still kind of having a hard time. But we do have more affordable neighborhoods as well.
So yeah, so from an outsider perspective, this is a steal. For people that are native, they don't have as much wealth, so they're like, I can't afford that.
Yes.
And so that's what we're saying.
Yes, like
Okay.
if you're from Las Cruces, you hope to live in Sonoma Ranch someday.
This is the dream.
Right.
Here. So New Mexico, I feel, is about to blow up.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason is because, you know, Colorado, Montana, and Idaho, and Arizona, Nevada were like all the rage.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting overbuilt. They're getting overpriced. The politics is changing. I mean, they changed. And New Mexico is just this untouched place that I feel is the next only real giant affordable place out this way. Am I crazy to say that?
Oh no, yeah, I completely agree with you. I think there's going to be a shift, especially with like the wildfires and all of the things that's going on with insurance companies.
Yeah.
In Florida and Texas and all that. I mean, people are going to eventually look at New Mexico, and I agree. I think it's going to explode.
What percentage of Las Cruces has this style home?
I'd say about 97%.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
So it is.
This is pretty much what all of the, I mean, everything looks like this.
Yes. And that's due because Las Cruces, we don't have HOAs, or we don't have many HOAs, but we have covenants, codes, and restrictions for every neighborhood. So you do have to pass through an architectural design committee to get your plans approved. And you'll notice they're going to be flat roofs because we want to maintain the view. And they just have to they can't stick out.
All right, so this looks different than where we were earlier. This is more of a regular, what I would call working class neighborhood.
Yes.
Am I correct on that?
That is correct,
Okay.
yes.
This is what I thought a lot of Las Cruces was going to be.
Right. Yeah, we do have quite a bit of neighborhoods that are very similar to this. Again, price ranges are going to be, maybe 200,000 up to maybe 300,000 or so.
It's kind of agriculture-y here. That's because there's farms on the west side of town. Las Cruces is kind of on the banks of the Rio Grande. There's not a lot of water in this state, so most of the stuff grown here is grown along the banks of that river right there. The biggest crop here is Chile peppers. That's Chile with an E. They grow more of those than any other state by far. And you are reminded of that everywhere you go. Love them here. I call them chili billies. So this is New Mexico State University. It's a big deal around here. 20,000 kids go to that university. And then when they graduate, they all leave and never come back. Well, they actually have a Chili Pepper Institute here on campus where they study how to make chili peppers grow better. And here's our chili pepper garden. It's winter, so it's dead. Oh, there it is.
Big Chili Inn.
Oh, it's in front of the Big Chili Inn. All right, we've been driving around Las Cruces for 2 days, and I'm like, this place is wonderful. I didn't see any sketchy stuff. And then we found it on the west side of town. I'll tell you what. And the reason we're here is because of this. Behind me is the biggest chili in the world, as you can see, because we're in the chili capital of the world. And Las Cruces is very important for Chile, and we're going to talk about that right now. But look at that chili. Oh, my goodness. They said they're going to paint it soon, so it's not so faded.
I
Man.
think it looks good.
A red chili on the ground. That's New Mexico for you. Man, it's getting windy out here. Everybody told me that the wind blows a lot here in New Mexico, kind of out of nowhere, and it sure is. It's getting chilly out here. And speaking of chili, guess where I am? At Blake's Lottaburger. Everybody told me, Nick, you need to try a green chili cheeseburger at Blake's. So of course I have to do it. I like to show you guys how people eat. So we're gonna go inside and we're gonna get a Blake's green chili cheeseburger. It's their chain, Blake's is. Place opened 70 years ago, back when America had values and pride. Look at that. So we tried Blake's on the second day we were here, and we didn't even look at the place again. Yuck.
And they put it on their chicken sandwich too.
Kind of disappointing. Chili makes life worth living for many New Mexicans. It has vitamin C, it has anti-inflammatories, and it can also increase your metabolism. This is how they recommend you eat it. We chose not to do that, thank God. Looks pretty regular to me. Looks like a regular Walmart, but it's in New Mexico. And no chili. There it is, the chili.
Chile, yo quiero laurel.
Yep. Look at all that. California? Okay, maybe it's not the same. So this is the hotel that we stayed at. This is a really cool hotel. I'm not going to tell you the name of it because they're remodeling and everything is closed. The bar, the restaurant, the gym, club. But I wanted to give you an idea on the style of Some of these hotels in New Mexico, super cool, super charming, but everything's closed. The western edge of town's the old Mesilla village. Long time ago, this village protected the residents against Apache attacks. Uh-oh. It was very much the Wild West back then. There were some big-time gunfights here. Lots of dudes duked it out in the streets. Outlaws, stagecoaches, saloons, all of it. Billy the Kid, Pancho Villa, bunch of tough macho dudes from back in the day. Back when things were simple. Shave and a haircut was 2 bits. And now it's just art galleries, restaurants, museums, and gift shops. All right, so this is the village of Mesilla, very historic. All kinds of important stuff happened here. The Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo was signed somewhere near where I'm standing. This used to be part of Mexico, and then we took it, kicked their butts. Now it's ours. Very charming. There's little bookstores and places to buy things and little bars and restaurants and stuff all over. And here we go. This is the Billy the Kid part. In that building was the courthouse where Billy the Kid was tried and sentenced and hung. Poor Billy the Kid. They don't make them like they used to, do they?
All right, well, I want to get El Patio in the background. Wait till this blue car goes. Okay, no, that's good. That's good right there.
All right. Here we are in the Mesilla village, and we're gonna go inside El Patio. It's a famous building. Now it's a bar. We're gonna check it out here and hang out here in Las Cruces. It's El Patio Cantina. Okay. Look at this place. Wow. Oh my goodness. I can only imagine the fun that's been had on this stage up in El Patio. I love this place. Hanging out with the locals, having some suds, watching North Carolina kick state's butt. My God, look at that score. Yeah, turn towards me. Face me. There you go, Cam.
Do I look as tough as you do in this?
No.
I don't think it's possible.
Here's what all the men look like that came in here back in the day. I bet not a single one of them took any crap from no dame. In the village, we ate at a place called Double Eagle, where they had $140 steaks. What? Who knew New Mexico could be so damn snobby? Well, we chose not to do that. We ate a regular meal.
The famous chicken Mesilla.
Mm. And it's haunted in here, just like everything else in New Mexico.
It's gonna be this room right there, right in here, and those 2 chairs in the corner.
Each of these?
Yes.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. All right. Here's the haunted chair. So these just got reupholstered, and they're like, nobody ever sits in these, but they're worn as if somebody's been sitting in them a lot. So there might be a ghost in that chair right now. This chair too. Oh yeah, very worn, but might be hard to tell on camera. Kind of a worn, and oh yeah, someone's been sitting in this chair a lot. But they're like, they reupholstered them, and no one sits in them. But Something is sitting in them. I don't want to sit in it because I don't want a ghost to follow me home. So if there's a ghost in here, please don't follow me home. I don't need that drama. Howdy. 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 I think you definitely need to get an arm tattoo if you live here. Something with plants on it, right on your arm. That's how they roll here. What do people do for fun?
Oh, yes. So Las Cruces is a very outdoorsy town, so this is a great city for anybody that just wants to be outside.
Because it's, and I do think it's pretty freaking cool here. It looks like a little person. He's walking. A little walking cactus man. What do you think? A bird? Yeah. Oh, it's probably a quail. I don't like hiking steep canyons, so I laid back below and just kind of strolled around in the desert while Kim went up to the top. Found some coyote scat. Looks like he was eating some berries. Gotta be on alert out here when you're hiking. You never know. The old Mestizo Indians hunted this ground. This is where they stored their buffalo. Kept it in there and it'd stay fresh all summer and winter. Look at this. My God. How America used to be. I don't know if this guy got out of his cage, but we're out here in the... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You gonna charge me? Hey, bull. I'm not wearing red. What are you doing? Did you get out of your cage? Huh? What are you doing? Okay, bye. Are you having fun, Cam? Look at this sky. Oh my God, New Mexico. Oh my God. There's one thing I've learned on my second night. It's New Mexico has amazing sunsets. It doesn't even make sense. I mean, every state has a sky and clouds and open areas. Something about here, though. So this is what I've learned about the Las Cruces part. I mean, if this is the best place to live here, I'm not thrilled about what we saw and did. I don't think any millennials are going to love it, but they don't have any dough anyways. But it's an absolute gem if you're retired and you got some scratch and you want to leave your crowded mess behind. Then yes, this is a great idea. As long as you don't go to Blake's. Shine, New Mexico, shine. New Mexico, be fine. You're gonna be just fine. New Mexico, have pride. New Mexico, inside. New Mexico, reach high. And you will go so high. New Mexico, your chili is rad. Your chili is bad. Ask your chili is rad. Well, hey, Nick Johnson fans. So YouTube's pushing this whole membership thing now, and I think it's great. So I set one up for this channel. If you want to be a member on this channel, you can only do it on your computer right now. They make it hard for some reason. So go and hit join right there, and you can support the channel and join various membership tiers. I'm excited about it because I'm going to post all sort of behind the scenes content, extra interviews, fun mappy stuff, bonus songs, and more. Just some extra stuff that doesn't make it onto the main channel. So think about becoming a member. Huh, everyone?
You should join. I did.
Are you looking to move and need advice? I do consulting. That's right. I'll sit down and talk about where the next perfect place for you and your family should be. I do it all the time. Together, let's find you a new home that's safe and checks all your boxes. And I can also help you find your new house, too. Email me and I'll work with you on not just helping you figure out where to move, but I can help you find your perfect home, too. That's right. I know awesome, reliable agents all over the country, and I'd love to connect you to somebody who can help you search for that perfect home. And if you want to buy some Mappy gear, click the store link on my homepage. From there, you can check out the latest merch. There's hoodies, coffee cups, stickers, and shirts. Show off how much you love Mappy and support the channel. And I'm on Cameo too. If you want me to send you or somebody you know a personalized video message, go to Cameo and search Nick Johnson YouTube. It's fun.
Hey YouTube world, I'm Sage, Nick's manager. You've enjoyed a Corner House Entertainment production, so watch another one.
Hey guys, if you learned something new about America or what it's like to live in America, great. You should think about subscribing and turning on your notifications. You can also click one of these videos or playlists for more.